and I's not properly through.
Oh.
Can we help?
Yeah.
Send you a love.
Now I knows what I wants to say.
Oh.
First of all, I wants to say hello to the new lady, and to say that I very, very pleased that you's come to the circle, and I hopes that you will be happy here, and that you will be able to, what you calls it, develop, that you will be able to use what you got.
Thank you.
That's one of the things. And for the other lady, I want to say that I'm very glad that you comes along once again. I know that you will not be the, what you calls it, the regular member of the circle, but then you able to come, be very, very pleased. Because you will give the healing power, and that's very important, because there's quite a lot of the illness and the people's feelings, what you calls it, under the weather. That's a funny phrase, under the weather. Sounds as though you might be standing out in the rain, or what you calls it, a thunderstorm. That's under the weather. I picks up the things out of my medy's mind, and then I has to try and make some, I has to try to understand what the things means. And sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's more difficult, and sometimes I get the things on the wrong, what you calls it, the wrong lines, and they's not comes out as I think they ought to. So, but that's one of the things that I've got to learn. And it's funny, really, because those I've been on the other side a long, long times, and I've been with my lady for quite a long times, not the same long times. It's a long time since I was on the earth plane. That's a long, very, very, very long time. But the times that I've been with the lady for, quite a few of your earth years, I still find that there's lots of things that I've got to learn. And that's why I comes to the lady. And when I comes to the lady, then I comes back as I was when I was a little girl on the earth plane. But what you calls it, making progress in the spirit, and there will be the times coming, I knows, when I will has to come back to the earth plane, but not just yet survives. That will be in the future. There's some funny things happening in your world at the present time, isn't there? Then we comes to the earth plane, we sees all the lights, and we sees all the darknesses, and sometimes the lights, they shine extra bright. And that's when there's more people on your earth plane that's sending out the good thoughts, and that's praying together. That's when they will make the lights. But sometimes when there's, what you calls it, the bad news on the earth plane, all the people, they get very, very sad, and then the earth plane, it seems to be very, very dark. So we always want you to look on, what you calls it, looks on the bright side, and then you will make the lights, and the lights go out into the spirit world. Sometimes we comes and we looks at the earth plane, and we sees all the little pinpricks of lights. and say just like then you looks in the dark night and you looks up at the skies and sees all the stars. Well, that's what we do sometimes. We looks down on the earth plane and it's just like you looking up at the skies and seeing the stars. We looks down at the earth plane and we sees the circles. We sees the churches and we sees all the people that's praying and what you calls it, worshipping in the different ways, and they all makes the lights, and then we's able to put all the lights together and they will makes one big light. That's one of the things that happens on then we comes to the earth plane. But sometimes we feel very, very sad. Then we sees all the darkness and we wants to come, so we wants you all to be happy. Because you comes to the earth plane and you do comes to get see all the trials and the tribulations, but you also comes to get the happiness and to make other people happy. And that's one of the things that we want you always to do. So we says to yous, you's got to be happy, you's got to make the best of the things that's as they comes along, and you's got to look forward to then there will be some very much better conditions upon the earth plane, because there will come, and that's what we wants to tell you. We always says that there will be the better times, and one day you will know that will be the true. So, I was giving the little sermon at once. I was giving you the advice to be happy and to smile. And when you see the people in the earth plane that looks a bit sad, you smile. And when you feel down in the dumps, you still smile, because that will make the things better. So that's what he says to use. So, they tells me that I've got to go now, so I will say good night to you all, and God bless you all, and God bless all the people that you loves, and God bless the people that you don't love, and God bless all the peoples of your earth plane and of all the other planes that there is, both in the world of matter and the world of the spirit, because there's lots and lots of different things, different planes in the world, both in the worlds of matter and in the worlds of spirit.